everybody? I'm Mr. Greeny, and we're here at the car show and vendor fair out in Avalon, New Jersey. This is the Sun Retreats, just kind of not too far away from Avalon. So actually, I think we're technically in Cape May Courthouse. But in any case, you know, not too many cars to see here, but there's some really nice ones over there. Check out this baby blue Corvette, this two-tone Corvette over here that I'm gonna kind of go in more detail. This might have been the same one that I saw in at the one at the Burke Motor Show last week. So anyway, let's go check out some cars. Yeah, so I think this was a car that I saw last week. Let's take a look at the interior and I can tell you. Oh, definitely it was. This was the same car I saw last year. So, you know, as I was pointing out last week, I was talking about how some of the older cars, you know, seem to have more of a build quality to them and attention to detail. Now, when you look at this interior, you see like that, you know, you see the gauge cluster over there. And again, you just look at, you know, just you look at you notice the build quality, look at the attention to detail, and yeah, it's definitely a clear difference between the cars back then and the cars today. One other thing I want to point out is just the attention to detail in the leather seating too. But yeah, this is such a beautiful car, and I also again love the color coordination of the dash, and you know, just of the blue, just kind of the back part of the blue, that part that kind of goes right in between the leather seats. And then you pan back out here and you have this beautiful two-tone over here, and you have just sort of the outside design, you know, the paneling on the car. But yeah, this is a stunning and beautiful car. So yeah, gorgeous. Yeah, check out this Fox body here, man. This is a sweet little ride, and the guy did the paint job himself too. He took a can of paint and did it all himself. This is a 93. It's got a 6-cylinder in it. You got the music in here too. Yeah, 93. Nice little car here, man. So check out the Chevy Camaro, the Lincoln Filter 383. This thing is beautiful. Look at that. My God. I mean, just pure, like, kind of what, 80s, 90s, I'm guessing, somewhere around there. But I just love the black on this car. I love the wheels. Look at those wheels. But this is a ferocious looking car. Beautiful. Oh, wow, what a beautiful car. Now let's take a look at the interior here. That interior is so nice. Look at the two-tone seating on here. Really nice. Again, kind of different from the classics. So it's not leather, but it's you know, it still looks very nice, very clean. And look at that dash. Very minimalist. It looks like straight 90s or something, like very early 90s or something. Beautiful though. Hey, so just a couple things about this this Camaro here. It's a 1994. I was talking to the owner, really nice guy, and the Lincoln Filter, so it's a modified Camaro, has 495 horsepower. So you think about that kind of horsepower at 94, that's quite a bit of horsepower. And he was kind of joking with me, saying you don't want to have leather seats in the convertible. He's probably right about that. I hate to say I don't know what material that is, but I mean, either way, it's still really clean. And the wheels, so these wheels, I think it's about eight grand worth of wheels here, and these are handmade wheels too. So, but yeah, let's look at it again. What a beautiful car. And yeah, I just love the whole retro 90s look of the interior of the dash. Really sweet car. So check out this 1937 Chevy two-door sedan. Isn't she gorgeous? Let's look at the engine over here. So I just love just the details of the engine, just very simplistic yet very elegant. But that's nothing. Let's go look at the let's look at the dash. Now we're just talking about the dash. Look at that gauge cluster. Very simplistic, but very elegant. Look at just the attention to detail, and then and the design. Let's go down here and take a look. But this is beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is just, yeah. Again, you don't see the cars built like this anymore. I just love like each of the gauge, how you have the metal, just have that metal around each of the gauge, each one of the gauges, and then the keys over there. But yeah, this is just absolutely beautiful, stunning. Check out these two Chevelles over here. Oh, I like that. Oh, Eagles fan there. Okay, all right. But I love the green. Love the green and the red together. This green's pretty hot. Check out this interior. Very nice. Ooh, it looks so racy. Look at that. This car looks like it's ready to go, man. So anyway, check it out. You got two really nasty Chevelles. So you got this one in red, and then you have this other one in green here. Both really crazy cars. So interesting fact about Chevelle is that they're often confused with Malibus, but the fact of the matter is Malibu is actually a trim of Chevelle, I think from 64 to 77, and then after that it became a separate car. So I thought that was kind of an interesting fact to present. But that's kind of, maybe that's the reason why that they're often confused. But in any case, you know, I love both the green and the red Chevelles over here. Both very beautiful cars. Let's keep going. So look at this nasty Pontiac GTO. This thing is just ferocious. Look at I just love like that sort of matte looking color on it. This thing looks freaking nasty, and it's like it's ready to go. Oh my goodness. I don't know why this kind of gives me Christine vibes. Maybe because I just was watching Christine last night on YouTube. Who knows? But in any case, look at this. Look at the engine, man. This is one serious looking car. Well, let's take a look at her. And so yeah, the interior. Whew, yeah, this car is ready to race. So looky here. Look at what we have here. Check out this Studebaker here. God, I just love that color. Man, sort of like this off grayish blue. Now let's take a look at the dash if we can. It's going to be a little bit reflected, but again, just look at that beautiful dash. Let's go on the other side and take a look. Look at the front of this car. I mean, doesn't that look elegant? I just love the emblem in the front. It just totally stands out. My goodness, and that color is just gorgeous. But let's take a closer look at the inside. Here we go. It side's open. So again, you have the beautiful two-tone, and you just notice how like it's kind of that darker bluish gray kind of goes with the outside gray. And this is kind of what I want to talk about here. Just look at that beautiful dash and gauge cluster. I mean, just the switch at the top, and then kind of lower you have sort of the gauge cluster, and then you have like over there the radio and everything. But it's just so stunning and so beautiful. And again, it's so simplistic too. I mean, there's nothing really too fancy about this. Maybe back then it was, but yeah, this just gorgeous, just absolutely stunning. So this here is a 1954. Such a beautiful car. Let's pass by it again, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. So yep, here we go. So I just kind of want to talk about Studebaker in general. So their history is kind of interesting. So the Studebaker family actually immigrated to the United States in the late 1700s. They originally came from Germany, but their ship actually came in from Holland, and you know, they kind of set up shop in the States. And I know there were blacksmiths. They had a blacksmith shop for a while, and I know they supplied parts for the Civil War, and they kind of got in the cars right around like maybe the early 1900s. They were big in the station wagons and the coaches and everything. And yeah, to be continued. So let's take a look at this engine. Wow.
How'd you get this?
Isn't that stunning? Beautiful. Okay, so obviously it's not the original engine. It's a box Chevy in there, but I mean, who cares? It's still awesome, and it goes great with the car. So either way, it's still an awesome car. Anyway, so I just kind of want to talk about Studebaker in general. So as I was talking earlier, the Studebaker family immigrated from actually from Holland, but they were actually from Germany. And then, you know, they had a blacksmith shop, you know, right around the Civil War, and they actually made a lot, you know, they did a lot of production, you know, for the Civil War. And then it was right around the early 1900s. They were kind of the late 1800s. I think they were kind of into the coaches and wagons. And it's interesting. The term station wagon actually came from, you know, the wagons used to actually transport people from railway stations. So that's how the station wagon got its term. And they were kind of big into those. And then I know they got really big in the early 1900s making their cars. And one other interesting fact that I heard was that in Nevada they were looking for a patrol car, and they were trying to get a car that was fast enough. And actually the Studebaker was the one that was selected. And then I was told that yeah, nothing could outrun the Studebaker. So yeah, they made a really fast car back in the day. And then right around the post-war era, they kind of had some cash flow problems. And then they kind of merged with Packard Company, and that's kind of supposedly they fell off after that. But I mean, they certainly had a really good run though. We got these two beautiful Chevys over here. Let's take a closer look at them both. So let's look at this one here.
That's like David Peach. He's got a pool out back.
Very nice interior, and it's just a beautiful dash. Now check out that. Is that a two-tone? No, that's the same color. It looked like a two-tone leather. It does look like a two-tone leather from here, so I can't tell if that's the way the light's reflecting, but I'll just pretend that it is. It looks like the upper leather is like a lighter trim of leather. Then you have like really nice looking gauge cluster kind of in between, and you have a darker leather below that. Again, I can't tell if that's the way the light's reflecting or not. Yeah, I think it is actually. It's the same color, but in any case, it's still a beautiful dash in any case. And look at that wheel, like that wood, that almost looks like a wooden trim wheel on it. It's very beautiful, even if it's not what do you call OEM. But anyway, in any case, very beautiful. Let's take a look at this blue one here, or this green or whatever color this is. Boy, those seats look so comfortable. I swear, I could just like, if that was like a couch, I could just lay on that forever. But yeah, look at that. It looks so like retro, old school. Like, look at that. Just actually look at the font. Look at the font of the dash. That just kind of totally emanates like, you know, definitely vintage and retro, because I don't think you see that kind of font on a you know, on a gauge cluster at all. Actually, you just don't even have gauge clusters now. You have more, you know, everything's more electronic and more, you know, just digital. But in any case, yeah, what I really like about this really does just emanate like 1930s, 1940s somewhere. I'm just kind of guessing, but it definitely emanates like, you know, a vintage car. Let's look at this lovely Ford here from probably like the late 20s, early 30s, I'm guessing. So it's funny, I think when you look at, I was talking to one of the gentlemen back there, and I think when you look at this dash here, I think you just know right away that turn signal was probably not a OEM. I think it was something that was added on. But in any case, I just love, you know, just the historicity of this car though. Just straight old school. And I love how you have like the spare tire in the back, like they did back in the day. Very lovely. You got a couple of lovely cars. So let's talk about this Ford here for a second. So you got this old school Ford truck here. And I kind of like how he has the dice hung up, and it kind of goes with the red. But I just love the red and the black. So you have the black, and then like the whole red trim, and the red trim, and then the red dash. You know, again, I definitely do like that. Very lovely. So look at this one. Ooh, isn't she mean? What is this? Wow, look at this one. And very similar to the Ford, you kind of have the black interior, but then you have like the red dash on there. So that looks really fresh. Beautiful. Look at this 1980 Camaro. Isn't she nasty? I love those stripes right there with the Z28. I think that really makes the car stand out amazingly. And look at the interior. I love the maroon interior, maroon leather interior. Very, very nice. And even the yearbook is original too. The owner just told me so. And look at the dash. That is straight retro 80s.
Oh my God.
Yes, that was exactly my expression too. Oh my God, it's definitely the right expression. Gorgeous. And look at that stick too. Yeah, this car just has like 80s attitude, definitely. And I also want to point out, you got some of the stripes, you know, right along the hood as well. So I think that was kind of a big 80s thing as well. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Trans Am, because it had that big Firebird on the where's the Firebird? I'm messing them up, but you had one of those cars that had the Firebird on the hood. So that kind of reminds me of that a little bit. I just want to point out these stripes here, because I think the stripes really do make the car stand out even more. And look at those wheels too. Those wheels are really nasty. I love those wheels too. But yeah, everything with the wheels, the stripes, and the color of this car. I mean, this car, even today, this car stands out. So check out this 40 Dodge. This thing is really amazing, and everything is so like OEM. So the first thing I'll talk about is this grill over here. So even though like he bought like the grill, it's the same grill. So he bought like a new old stock grill on here. And these lights over here, these are OEM. So these lights here are the original lights. These are actually parking lights. So these actually turn on by themselves. So I think that one might be a replacement light. But I want to talk about the paint job here he did. The owner did all of his paint jobs. So he pretty much had it outlined, and then there was a lot of masking involved. And he did the painting, and he also did the sanding down here too. So when you rub your finger on this, you don't feel anything. But yeah, he did all the painting on this. And the seating, let's kind of go around here. Actually, I want to talk about the hood. So this is kind of had a similar hood to, like, I'm going to say, but was it a Ford Model A, one of the Chevys? Because the hood actually it was like a double door hood, but the problem was it was scratching the paint. So he actually welded those two parts together into one hood, and now it goes up. It just goes up like that in one piece, so it doesn't scratch the paint at all. But I thought that was kind of an interesting little feature. Now let's kind of go talk about the seating here. So this obviously isn't the original seating. This is actually from Mitsubishi Eclipse, but he liked the seats on it. But look at the color coordination. So I love the white and the two-tone blue. You have like the light blue and the dark blue, and then you have the dash. This is beautiful. I want to go on the other side and take a look at the dash. But just again, I just love how he was able to go and just recapture just the really beautiful color coordination that these cars had back in the day. So you have like the blue over here, the blue dash over there, which I'm guessing that's probably got to be original. I mean, it's just seats that aren't original, but the owner did a very nice job of really just just putting more comfortable seats in here, but also being able to maintain that color coordination. So again, let's kind of take a let's kind of step back out and just look at how beautiful this car is. So I just love what he did with the paint job and everything. It just looks like, you know, this car really does stand out. But it's a beautiful car. So yeah, so this is the 40s Dodge, and you don't see these too often. So I was just kind of talking more about some of the details of the car. But yeah, you don't see this too often. I mean, I hate to say it, but just in my, you know, kind of in my, you know, not too long travels to different car places, and, you know, my involvement with classic cars, you know, I've kind of got to see a lot of the, you know, Ford Fairlanes and Ford Model A's. I mean, they're still beautiful cars, but I don't think I've come across a 40s Dodge before. So this kind of is a new one for me. And yeah, the owner was kind of really going over in detail, you know, how, you know, what he did with this car and how he got the car to where it is now. But a very beautiful, stunning car. And this actually, I think, is the last car of this car show. So this is a great way to finish off. So one other thing, also the wheels too, also kind of coordinate with the body of the car, which I thought, you know, which I think is really cool. So we'll take a look at the interior here. So yeah, look at that dash. So again, you know, I don't think that's, yeah, I'm going to say it's probably not OEM, but who cares? Yeah, I think the owner did a very nice job. Again, like I said, of, you know, again, you have a lot of different parts. Looks like maybe you have multiple years, kind of multiple decades involved, you know, in this car. But again, who cares? I mean, I just really love how we kept the color coordination the same, and, you know, just kind of, you know, reminiscent of the cars back in the day where you had that kind of same color coordination. But yeah, very beautiful car. All right, so that's a wrap, everyone. So yeah, so there weren't like a whole lot of cars here to see, but I mean, of the cars that were here, there were some really, really cool ones, as you can see. And, you know, I think one thing I really liked about this particular event was that, you know, I didn't really feel rushed, because there weren't that many cars, so I could spend a little more time not only with the cars, but also talking to the owners as well. So I thought that was kind of valuable. I think it was really a good experience when you really get to talk to the owners and kind of learn about the cars, learn about them as well. So no, so I'm really glad I came to this event, and I'm glad that I got the footage that I did, and I'm, you know, going to post it on YouTube pretty soon. So anyway, yeah, hey, keep following everybody. If you like the content, go and hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.